Hello everyone.
Hello.
We are making an interview with Roger. Roger is a shipper. He is shipping our puppies and he was doing it for a few years. He also does animal transportation for other people, but because he is local guy, I invited him to answer some questions. So this is a puppy. You can show her face to the camera. She will be going soon to Florida by airplane, and I want to ask Roger a few questions about it, and he will answer into the camera so people would understand how it's work. So I will be asking him questions about this delivery. So Papi will be flying from Detroit Airport to Pensacola, right?
Yes, Pensacola, Florida.
Okay. What did you charge this customer for delivery?
$1,100.
Okay, so it's $1,100, and I specifically went to other breeders' sites, and I see that they do deliver services by cargo. Cargo is when puppy flying separately, like a luggage, and they charge flat fee $750. Not the breeder's charge. This is what cargo service costs. $750. So why you are more expensive? What's the difference between flying puppy cargo versus Roger and puppy?
Well, it's more personal and hands-on. It's in flight. My puppy's actually sitting with me on the flight. There's a lot of problems with cargo that people don't realize.
So puppy is sitting on a seat, or it's a special bag?
It has to. I have a special airline
Airline approved bag. Okay.
Yes, and it has to be able to fit underneath the seat in front of me.
Okay.
And once we get going, I usually can pull them out.
And you can always, even if you like, and if customer like, you can purchase extra seat if they want to invest in it.
Yes, if
and
they
then
want.
You can put, yes. So
Yes.
everything is possible.
Yes.
While with the cargo, there is no human attached to this delivery. They are staying in certain cargo area with any other dogs. So why do you think I prefer to use personal delivery by airline versus cargo? What do you think why?
There's some things that could be problems with cargo. It's contaminated. There's a lot of contaminations in cargo.
Like it's a lot of animals in the same building?
Yeah, same building, and it can get a little dirty in there.
Yeah.
There's the air temperature fluctuates, the air pressure fluctuates. It's very noisy.
So where they will travel in this cargo animals, right? It's a certain area, like a luggage area, right?
Yes.
Whereas it's still normal temperature, but it's not as comfortable as sitting next to you, correct?
Right, it can fluctuate on the air temperature,
Okay.
and it's extremely loud and noisy.
Because of the engines.
Yes, and then the air turbulence stuff can move around a lot more.
Okay, so do you think that if puppy is older, like 4 months old, he will be better with the cargo versus like this 8-9 weeks old puppy?
Definitely be better in the cargo because the immune
No, cargo is okay
Yes.
if puppy is older, right?
Yes, when they're that young, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, because when puppies are going at this age, when they're 8-9 weeks, they only had one vaccination, so they have a zero immunity. And let's say it's other people having the dogs and cats in the same cargo facility, and crates are staying on like a wooden pallets. They just put them, right? And then they put like a lift fork and put it in a plane. So all animals pretty close to each other.
Yeah, that's the
So it can be
manhandling cart.
So yeah, it can be contamination and everything like that. And puppies in this age, they are really vulnerable mentally and physically, and they can get really scared, and they can get infected with other disease from other animals, and also they need to drink, right?
They have to drink, yes.
And they, in this age, sometimes puppies don't understand how to use this bottle, because you kind of like put like a bottle in a crate. I showed in previous videos for overseas traveling. So puppies are just little babies for this. So that's why I prefer people to invest a little bit more, and Roger will deliver these puppies in your hands like that. You will meet him in airport, and he'll give you a puppy, and puppy is not sitting in some kind of crate. Okay? So what else is included in the price?
Everything.
So everything is included in this price.
Everything.
If you need like a rent a car or anything like that, paying for your physical in airport, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I include everything, including my fee, airline tickets, puppy fee for the plane. Everything's included when I give a quota price.
Okay, sounds good. And how many puppies you think you delivered by air so far? Like about 5, 7, 10?
Let's see.
About 10, right?
It's close to that.
Okay, okay. So Roger also deliver puppies by ground transportation. I will make a little break and I will record the video about ground transportation. So we are ready to talk about ground transportation. Roger also can do ground transportation, and I also saw a different pricing on it, like a pet transportation. Prices are very different. So as example, I saw people somewhere on like a Facebook group saying that they will deliver puppy from Detroit Metro to California for like $600, something like that. And I'm like, wow, that's a good deal. But what Roger would charge to deliver puppy from Detroit to, let's say, Los Angeles by vehicle?
It'd probably be about $3,000.
Because it's so far away.
It's so far away, and the cost of the fuel.
Yes.
These people that do that price,
So yeah, tell me why it's such a difference. How they can do it for $500?
because they're doing what we call stacking animals.
Stacking animals.
They stop along the way and they pick up and drop off. And
So they pick up different animals from different clients.
Yes, and they could have 15, 20 in the vehicle with them. I do more like a one-on-one, unless it's from the same litter. Then I do a few. And it's a long trip by USDA regulation. A lot of people don't know this, but it has to be delivered within 4 days of pickup. I had a lady call me and terrified because it took 16 days for a 1,100-mile trip.
Somebody gave you.
They got a deal for like $400.
So some lady complained to Roger that she hired somebody for $400, but the dog was in the route for 2 weeks. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening when you try to save. Plus, again, it's contamination. Unless Roger is delivering puppies from the same litter, these people, they just stop on the way and they pick up and they pick up and they drop it and pick it up. And again, maybe it would be okay if your dog is a little bit older, but if you have a puppy who only have one vaccination, it's so risky. So think about it when you see something really cheap. It can cost you more in the end, right?
Yes, and there's a lot of scams at that price. A lot of
Okay.
scams.
So when it's so cheap, you can end up sending this money and they will never show up to pick up your animal.
That, and there's been instances where they've picked up the animal and they've never gotten delivered.
Yeah, that's horrible. So if you see something unreasonably cheap, like you would think, oh my god, I would never travel to California for this money. Why you think somebody would do it? So think about how to do better and less stressful for your animal, because it's maybe just a one-time service, right? It's get delivered to you and that's it. Maybe you need it like maybe in a year, so why not to pay a little bit more, but you know what's happening. As example, Roger, he also provides a service like with the GPS tracking.
Yes, I provide live GPS tracking.
So you can see where he's actually moving on the map. So it's
And
like,
it'll even show my speed.
yeah, it's like really cool. So you can see and you can call him and ask everything he's doing. Also, Roger knows that he cannot stop at the pit stop and let the young puppies go into the doggy rest area, because this is where a lot of disease happening. While these people who travel with a bunch of dogs, they will come to this area and they often can have like a fence area and they will just put all the dog there, right? It's really
They don't
not
clean
good.
up after the dogs either.
Yeah, it happens. So when you invest in transportation of such a valuable new family member, no matter the price of the dog, think about it that it's a live creature and everything needs to be done correct way and no contamination at least. Thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome.